So recently, there's a lot of focus on ways for mobile developers to make money from their apps. Basically, iOS developers, Android developers, also Windows Phone developers. So we'll talk about some different ways for users to make money from their apps, for developers to make money from their iOS apps, and we'll talk about the conceptual part, and then we'll have a small exercise for each concept. So if you'd like to pull out your laptops and maybe code with us. Okay, so ways to make money from your iOS app. Basically, to make direct revenue, you can incorporate in-app purchase, offering services or products that can be used in the app. That users can pay for using their iTunes accounts. We have the freemium model where you can have a free app and then have the user upgrade to full-featured app. Also, we have ad integration, which is a good way to make money from free apps, or to make money in addition to the price of the app. Also, to make your money, to make your app more profitable, indirectly you can incorporate remote or local push notifications, which increases the app usage and the awareness. Basically, because each time the user clicks a notification, the app is opened. So let's begin with in-app purchase. The advantages of in-app purchase, basically you have products that the users can buy, so you make money on top of the price of the app. You can make money from free apps. Usually, when a user is slightly interested in an app, it's a no-brainer to download it. If it's free, they might be more hesitant if it's paid. So you can have a free app and then have products in the app. You can add content. You can add additional content without having to upgrade your app. Basically, if you want to have more features or whatever, you don't have to release a new version of the app if the features are made available by buying them. Also, you can have like you said before, the freemium model, have a free and upgradable app versus having a light paid version. Versus having two versions of the app, one which is free, one which is paid. This is more secure because in-app purchase is less hackable than paid apps. So if you have a jailbroken device, it's more difficult to hack an app purchase than it is to directly download a paid app. Also, you will be maintaining and updating one app instead of two. For in-app purchase, there are different types of products in iOS. You have consumable products, which you buy and use once. For instance, if you have coins that you use in the app, if you have a pet app, maybe pet food or something. Non-consumable products which are purchased once and they do not expire. So if the same user attempts to buy it again with the same iTunes account, he will get it for free, like a new map in a game or a new level or an app upgrade. We have auto-renewing subscriptions for dynamic content like magazines and publications. It auto-renews automatically unless the user cancels. And we have non-renewing subscription, which is for offering access to static services. Like if you want to offer a limited duration subscription to online audio content, for example. Finally, you have free subscriptions if you want to make content available for free using Newsstand. Okay. So we have the first development exercise. I don't know if anyone is going to be developing, but we're basically giving an overview for incorporating in-app purchase in your application. What we can do first is what you need to do first is create a new application. We've already done that. We have an app, and we log into the Apple developer site, create a new app with a. It needs to have a bundle ID, which is not a wildcard ID, and after creating the ID, we have to go to iTunes Connect to create an app for this app ID. We fill in the app details, complete the app creation process, and make it ready for upload, in order to be able to add in-app products. Okay, so the next step is adding in-app products. In iTunes Connect, in the app details section, you can go to the manage in-app purchases part, and basically create a new product. Okay, you fill in the product details, its name, the product ID, which you later use in the app to purchase this product. So what we're having here is what we're implementing in the exercise is an app upgrade. So it's a non-consumable product. The user buys it once and has it for as long as he has the app. We specify the price of the product basically, and we move on. You can add the details for the product that the user will see in different languages. So we have English here. There are several available languages. So the user will have the description and the name of the product based on the locale of the phone, his region basically. So moving on, for testing in-app purchase, if you don't want to, if you're still in the development phase, you're debugging or you're releasing ad hoc testing builds, you will need to create test users in order to test the in-app purchase. Okay, on to the coding. In the class where you want to basically buy this product, you have to first import StoreKit. So you add the StoreKit framework to your project. You import StoreKit. You implement the SK product request delegate. So when you request the product, you can receive the response. And for requesting the product, this is we're requesting here the product with the ID that we've created before. We create our request basically with this product ID. We start the request. We specify as the delegate here our class that's supposed to receive the response. So here we're basically just telling it, fetch the products with these IDs. Here it's just one ID. The framework will respond with products request did receive response. So basically the response will contain the products that we requested. So here what we're doing is just getting our product and displaying the product name, the product description, and the price. So I can show you now on the simulator a small demo for this. Okay, let's run. So we'll just sending a request to get the product details. Okay, so this is the product that we've created earlier. The name is application upgrade. This is the description, and this is the price. We can send now the request to purchase. So let's first take a look at the code, and then we'll try to purchase. Okay. So for purchasing the product, it's very straightforward. You just create a payment object, and then you add it to the payment queue. Okay, and you will receive notifications. Basically, because the delegate, it will receive. It will be informed of when the state of this transaction has changed. So if you are purchasing the product, the state will change to SK payment transaction state purchased. If the purchase fails for any reason, the state will be transaction state failed. If you're restoring, then transaction state restored. And for each state, you handle it accordingly. Basically, you should notify the user that the product has been purchased successfully, or an error has occurred, or it has been restored. And you can also take the transaction. Basically, each transaction has a transaction receipt. You can send that to the server to verify that this is an actual request, an actual request for purchasing this product has taken place, so that you can then provide the content accordingly. So this is the verification step that we were talking about. That's not that makes it more secure than having a paid app. Okay, so just as a small example, the complete transaction method, we're telling the user that you've purchased the upgrade successfully. We are finishing the transaction, removing it from the transaction queue, and we are basically we have a record transaction method for maybe sending the transaction receipt to the server and providing the content. So maybe you want to save to set a local you want to save locally that you've purchased the product. Okay, so we have this test user that we've created before, and basically let's try now to purchase the product. Okay, so click purchase. Okay, do you want to buy? Yes, I want to buy. So because we were testing earlier, we have to log out from this simulator.
Okay, so basically, you need to be logged in the simulator with the app ID that you want to use. So unfortunately now on the simulator we can't log out from the current logged in user. So when you purchase, like we said before, you're gonna get this confirmation box, and you're gonna buy the item. We're gonna ask you to log in, and when you click OK, the transaction will be successfully made, and you will get for example, the complete the success alert. So like Mona said, you shouldn't forget to set on the device that the user already bought this feature. So when you close the app and open it again, the product will be of course available. Does anyone want to try it on the laptop, or we continue? Okay. Okay, so Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the second way to monetize your app. So we have many different platforms that are available and really easy to implement. We have iAds, the ads from Apple. We have AdMob from Google. We have Medic. We have a lot of platforms. And like this, we can make money from free apps. And it's really useful because you can, for example, if you have an app that has in-app purchases, you can put ads in the free app, and normally the users are bothered with the ads, and you can propose to the users to upgrade to the paid version and then remove the ads. And finally, you can use the ads to promote different apps. It's whether you have your mobile company, for example, you can promote your other apps, or you can make deals with different apps and promote their apps. So now we're gonna have a demo of how to implement AdMob in our application. So first of all, you should go to this link. If you don't have it, you go to Google. You type Google AdMob, and you're gonna be redirected to the website. You wanna download the SDK, and first of all, you're gonna add the lib Google AdMobs.a and the header files to your project. So we're gonna show you right now. So here it is, the helpers folder. You're gonna add all these files to your project, and then you go to your build settings. I don't know if you can see it here. You shouldn't forget to. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna go to the build settings and type other link flags, and you should add the other linker flags, and should add the dash OBGC and all load flags to your app. If you don't do that, you're gonna get build errors. And then you should go to the build phases, and you should add the corresponding frameworks. You need the StoreKit framework, the message UI, the audio toolbox, the ad support framework, and the system configuration framework. If you're gonna build your app on older iOS, like iOS 5, you should put the ad support framework as optional because it's only available in iOS 6. So after doing all this stuff, you are ready to code. In just 10 lines, you could create the banner view, which is a subclass of UI view. And you specify the ad size. You can have different ad sizes. You can have the banner, you can have the storyboard, I think. You have different sizes depending on your needs. And the most important part is the ad unit ID. In order to have an ad unit ID, you should go to the Google AdMob website. You should create an account, and you should specify all the info about your app, and they're gonna provide you with an app ID that you're gonna put. You shouldn't forget to specify the root view controller of the banner view to the view itself. Or if you want, you can specify the app delegates window. So when you you close the ad, the view will know which one should be displayed. Finally, you add the sub view to your current view, and you can do that, for example, in a nib file if you don't want to do that programmatically. Finally, you're gonna initiate the request. And in order to test on the simulator, you should add the simulator ID to the request's test devices. So we're gonna see how it's gonna work now. We're gonna run the project, and here it is. The app is on top of the screen. So when you click on it, you can, you can download it, will redirect you to another app. So this is very easy. You can implement your view and your AdMobs in your application. For example, if you don't want to repeat these steps in each view, you can create, for example, a subclass of the Google AdMob banner view, and you can put everything inside, and then you just add subview without all the info like the ad unit ID, etc. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the notifications, which is a very important part in an app. We have two kinds of notifications. We have the remote notifications and the local notifications. The remote notifications are the notifications that you get from the server. Normally, you use them if you want to tell the users that, for example, a new app is available, or if you're developing a news app, you want to send a news each 30 minutes, for example. And like this, you make your app more interactive, because you're gonna tell the user go open the app, so the usability of the app will be much important. When you click on a notification, you can specify a page or a certain view to redirect automatically the user to this view. So normally the remote push notifications are sent from the server, from your server. You build a server, and then the server will automatically connect with Apple's APNS server and send the notifications. So like I said, you can send notifications for new app features, for app updates. The notifications are really customizable. You can add sounds, you can add the entry point. Like I said, when the user click on the notification, where do you want to redirect him? Okay, so in order to enable the push notifications in your app, you should go to your provisioning portal, and after of course creating your app ID, your app and everything, you're gonna go to the settings, and there is a push notification that you can enable in the portal by clicking on configure, and when you do that, you should that's a really bothering step, because you should request certificates from your laptop. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna open your keychain access application. You're gonna click on keychain access, certificate assistant, request a certificate from a certified authority. So you're gonna write your email address, a name, and you're gonna save the file to the disk. After doing this step, you go back to the provisioning portal, and you upload the certificate. You should always use two certificates, one for development and one for production. You shouldn't use the same at all. So when you request a certificate and you upload it on the server, Apple will gonna generate another certificate file that you're gonna download and install in your keychain access. After doing this, you're gonna get a .cer file that you're gonna find in your certificates. What you should do is that you should open the certificate. You click on both the private key and the certificate. You right click on it. And you export the two items, and you save the file on your disk. So like this, you're gonna have a .p12 file. This .p12 file should be converted to .pem file, and there is a single command that we're gonna show you later. After creating the .pem file, you should upload it on your server, on your app server, and you're gonna use it to send the push notifications. So here it is. The command is shown here. You're gonna use it to convert the P12 file to the .pem file. In your app, what you should do is that in your app delegate, after launching the app, you should call register for remote push function, which will make the registration, and you could specify what kind of options do you want. Normally, we use the three types, which is three options, which is the alert itself, the badge if you want to show a badge number on your app icon, and the sound. And you could of course specify a custom sound. So after calling this method, the user will be asked if he wants to enable or not the push notifications. If he enabled the notifications, the delegate will call this method that will give us the device token, and we should upload the device token to our server and save it for future notifications. What we can do also is that if you want a user to register for several types of notifications, for example, I don't know if the user wants to get a notification for news, if you want specific news, if you want another kind of notifications, you can set this in your view in your app. The user, when he enabled them in the settings, you're gonna send the request to the server, and you save the notifications in a certain table in the database. Of course, you're gonna want to register when the user failed to register, or so the last step is when you receive push notifications. Sometimes the server sends options with the notifications, which means you have, for example, it's whether you want the user to when he clicks on the notifications, the app is opened, or you want the user to click on the notification and open the app, but with a different view. For example, if you want to show him a certain view, in the did finish launching with options, there's a parameter which is launch options. So normally you want to test if the launch options is nil or not. If it's nil, it means the user opened the application normally, so you don't do anything. Else, you want to see what are the options that are being sent, and you open the view which is asked by the server. Finally, we have the local push notifications, which are, for example, can be scheduled to fire on a user's device at a certain time. You can use this if you want to enable an alarm in your application. These notifications can be recurring, and you can use them in offline mode. The user doesn't need an internet connection. No need for a server here, and no configuration on iTunes. It's really local. And for example, you can enable a button that notifies the user when 30 seconds have passed. And we're gonna test this. So Okay, so basically you create your local notification. You specify the time interval in which the notification should be triggered. You can specify the alert body and the alert action, which is the name you see on the title you see on the button. You can specify the sound name. You can specify the icon badge number. And you can send some parameters to this notification. And we're gonna test it. So we're gonna click on the button, close the app, and wait for 30 seconds, and we're gonna receive the notification. Okay. So here it is, receive the notification, and you can view and open the app again. So this can be used, for example, if you're creating an app that reminds the user of certain stuff. If you would like, it's like the reminder app of the iPhone. Okay, we did this. So if you have any questions, we are ready to answer. Okay. Okay, it was a fast presentation of really important stuff that you could use in your apps that are really necessary. So thank you for your time.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I just want to ask an in-app purchase.
Yes.
What is the percentage between the revenues for the developer and for the app store?
It's the same as as when you buy an app. It's 30% for Apple and 70% for the developer.
And for ads, how do you actually generate revenues when you put an ad?
So the revenues are there are two kinds of revenues. The revenues generated when you click on an ad. You can get, for example, I don't know, I'm giving a random number here, 5 cents for each 1,000 click. Or you can get, of course, revenues for the impressions. But, of course, the rate is smaller for impressions than for clicks.
Hello. I have a question. Like, if I'm a newspaper, how can I benefit from in-app purchase?
For example, you can create an app with really basic stuff like getting the news. For example, without push notifications. You can enable in-app purchases, so the user can pay a monthly subscription to get push notifications, to get notified before publishing the news publicly. You can, for example, set some articles to be viewed only by subscribers. So this kind of stuff.
Thank you all for attending the session. Thank you, Mona and Joseph.
Thank you.